You know, I had some hope. Well, it wasn't a lot of hope, but it was a little hope that after that terrible CC as A reveal, this show might be able to redeem itself with the second half of season 6. But now that season 6 is almost over, the second half and the entire season, I'm realizing that that just isn't going to happen. It hasn't happened, and I pretty much really didn't like / hated this half of season 6. So, you know what? I'm at a crossroads, guys, and I'm just going to be completely honest. The finale and the promo, it looked amazing, but I've come to learn that anything can be hyped up and look really great with this show, and then it can be complete crap when we actually watch it. So I'm going to base all of this on the finale. If the finale is really good or halfway good or, somewhat interesting, then I'll be back again with videos on season 7. But if it's really terrible, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Because to be honest, I didn't like last night's episode. And if you loved it, that's totally fine. I respect your opinion. You can post and tell me why you loved it down below. But one thing that you're not going to be able to do is to get me to change my mind. So I have been honest with all my reviews. That's how I am. And we all have different opinions. So I respect yours, and hopefully you will respect mine. So with this episode, I felt like not very much happened for an episode before the finale. I wasn't sure if we were going to get the twin reveal in this episode or if we would have to wait till the finale, which is completely fine. But I feel like they should have mentioned something about someone having a twin. Like, nothing has been mentioned this entire season. So it's just going to come out of the blue in the last episode? I don't know. There's so many things to me that were just completely wrong with this episode. But it starts out with Mona admitting to Emily that she was the one who called to have Charlotte meet up at the Two Crows Diner. Obviously, that never happened. Okay, so the scene with Allie tripping and falling down the stairs was just absolutely hilarious to me. Not because I want to see Allie hurt, because, I love her. But I don't understand why she tripped. I mean, to be honest, it was just kind of, to me, looking like an accident. I remember one time I had super high heels on. I was going down carpeted stairs, and I just put my heel on the wrong, like on the step the wrong way, and I fell down. Not like Allie did, because I didn't have to go to the hospital, but stuff happens. People trip over themselves. It totally could happen. But everyone seems to think that A is behind this. The only way I see that is if Dr. Rollins is A, which he very well could be, which is terrible. And I don't agree with that at all. So that was so silly. While she was in the hospital, she received a card from A, which looked like, I don't know, like cartoon characters for the girls. Literally looked like something a 10-year-old would put together. Totally made me laugh. I thought it was really funny that Pretty Little Liars, the series, tweeted out that it was the scariest or creepiest card they'd ever seen. And I'm like, you must not get out much because that was laughable. It wasn't scary at all. Please, 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 please. So then we have this weird dude who we'd seen before with Shower Harvey, and he has been talking to Mona now. So Spencer and Emily have a fake car accident where they can see if they can get some information out of him, and he's carrying like these documents. So Spencer is going through those, and she finds out the documents have to do with the Radley, and he might have like a key to one of the rooms, which looks like maybe that Shower's room. Yeah, I think, okay, I don't know why we have all this stuff about the Radley, but it's never really explained, and will that ever go away? I guess not. But I found the fake car accident really silly, and the fact that he wouldn't have any clue that Spencer was going through his stuff. I don't know. I don't know who he is. But I'm really sick of like new characters who are pointless and will disappear probably by next episode. I felt like the scene with Nicole and Ezra was very strange. It was kind of Matrixy, like they were a hologram in this flashback behind Arya. And I guess it should have been a really touching moment. And I love Ezra, but I think it's because we didn't know Nicole very well that we just can't really care that she died. And it's terrible. Believe me, it's terrible that she died and how she died. But we barely knew her. So at the same time, I find myself not really caring. The moment that I thought was good in this episode was when Spencer got a little bit jealous of Hanna and Caleb. And I do think that some of the ships will return. And that's really the only thing that makes me kind of excited about the show. But I think Hanna deciding to confess to Charlotte's murder even though she didn't do it was whatever. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Don't really know what to say about that. So there was this really strange flashback between Spencer and Caleb where he was talking about this painting that he had taken from his foster home, but he left it back in New York. And I don't know if that's supposed to be a clue, but with this show, A lot of things look like clues, but then they're never used again, so they're really not clues. So it's really impossible to theorize on this show anymore, which, come on, it sucks, because that's why I started watching the show, because I love mysteries. I love trying to figure out who, is the villain, who's the bad guy here, and I can't do that anymore with the show. And that's why I want to really break up with it this time. I mean, really, because what's the point of watching it anymore? I don't know. For me, obviously for me. For you, you may have a reason, and that's fine. Like I said, I respect that, but for me, I just don't know anymore. Another part that really bugged me was that Allie saw Mrs. D in the hospital. So here's the thing. If she saw her like in a hallucination or she was dreaming, her mom had nice things to say, then I'm okay with that. That's kind of a sweet moment. But I'm very afraid that she either, one, saw her because she actually never died, or two, saw her twin. Or maybe the twin of Mrs. D is the one who died. Now, I guess someone's going to have a twin, but I think making one of the adults have the twin is really dumb. And here's what I think is even more dumb. Let's say that one of the main characters, like one of the girls, has this twin, but they're going to say that the evil twin was the one doing all the bad A stuff and the one we like was completely fine and not doing bad stuff. So then you still have this scenario that the evil person is someone we don't know. A is someone we've never met who is, someone's twin we don't know. And that's lame. I don't want that to happen. I don't want Dr. Rollins to be A. Why? Why is it so hard? They can just get on YouTube and watch all of the fantastic fan theory videos and find a plot there. Find a new storyline there. There are so many out there. Why? I guess I'm just kind of at the end of, I just have run out of patience with it, And I can be honest with you guys, so I'm telling you. And, some people comment on my videos like, I don't know why you still watch if you want to make, rude comments about the show. And the reason has always been because I've watched it for so long and I want to finish it out and I want to see what happens to the girls. But if next week's finale is really bad, maybe I'll agree with those people and be like, you know what, why am I watching this show? Because I don't like it, and I'm not a negative person, so I don't really like having to complain about it every week, to be completely honest. So, to me, it seemed like Shower was admitting to Emily at the end that she was kind of, to Mona at the end that she was kind of behind some of this A stuff, because Mona was like, just leave them alone, whatever, and obviously Shower doesn't care at all about Mona and they're on the outs or whatever. So it would make the most sense if Shower was the one trying to figure out who killed Charlotte. But anyway, the show ended with Hanna texting A saying that she killed Charlotte, and then it all of a sudden went into all that sci-fi matrixy stuff, kind of like what we saw in the Cece reveal, which feels really out of place in this show, and I don't know what they're doing, and sometimes I'm like, did they know what they're doing? And the promo, like I said, for next week looks really good, but if it is great, then it'll totally prove me wrong, and I want it to prove me wrong. Believe me, I want this show to be good. I want the episodes to be amazing. I want the finale to be phenomenal, okay? Who would want it to be bad? Why do I watch if I hope it's bad? Because I don't. But let's just hope it proves me wrong is all I can say. But I'll definitely have a video and a live chat, and that information's down below. We'll have that for the finale next week. And then I'll have the rest of the time until season 7 to figure out if I'm going to keep doing Pretty Little Liars on Kellie TV, because it's definitely really up in the air at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Kellie TV, and I'll see you soon.
I hate this part right here. I hate this part right here.